Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know last week we said we weren't going to be back this early, but we did not expect the
Oh
Cowboys
yeah.
front office to actually do something. So we had to
Hmm.
join. We had to come back a little bit earlier than expected.
Definitely, definitely.
Uh,
Exciting times, baby. Exciting times. Like we
uh,
don't even know how to act. Like I don't know what to do with my hands. Like
yeah.
what we
this
It's
we
crazy, man.
we don't know this feeling. This it's been a while since we felt this in the off season.
Yeah, it's been a long time. A long time coming for sure.
Man, we are the Dallas duo. I am one half of the Dallas duo. I am D Hill, who I got with me.
Man, it's your boy D White, man. Thank y'all for hanging with us, joining us again for another one, number 28. Let's talk about these moves we done made, man. Let's get to it.
Yes, sir. I want to appreciate the three man weave for allowing us to utilize the YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. They will be broadcasting tomorrow at 7 p.m. So make sure y'all are there. Also, Lakers Lounge Confidential will be right after this. So we, like I said, we giving y'all a full slate of
Oh
that
yeah.
content. So make sure y'all
Hmm.
subscribe. But we're gonna get right into it, man. We brought
Yes, sir.
uh like see you feel the excitement. See, you feel the excitement.
Live, live like 95, baby.
You feel the excitement, and like I said, the feeling of actually seeing competency from the
Right.
front office.
That's all
These
we
are
ask.
that's all we ask for is just to make a get active. Like we said last week, we understand your philosophy.
Hmm.
Just tweak it a little bit.
Just a little bit,
Just
man.
tweak it a
Just,
little bit.
yeah,
That's all.
just
Just
make it
make
look
sure we
like you
got
care. Just look like you care. You
that.
know what I'm saying? That's all we ask. Look like
that.
you trying.
And last week, let's go ahead and get it. Look, we like our guys. We like our guys. And we started to feel the sense of that we may lose Donovan Wilson.
Yeah, thought it was gone.
Thought it was kind of 50-50 that we would lose LVE.
Hmm.
A lot of the fans were flirting with the idea of getting Bobby Wagner and all that. But we brought those two back. Those are definitely important key pieces to
Right.
the defense. How you feel about both of those players returning?
Man, I'm ecstatic about both of those. Like those are two of the biggest moves we had to make, in my opinion, to get the all season started right. Donovan Wilson, he's underrated playmaker. He's like, I don't say he's the heart and soul, but him and Micah kind of got that same vibe. Like they feed off of the energy because he throws his body all over the field, making tackles, uh, coming downhill, stopping the run, tackles behind line of scrimmage. He had 5 sacks. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a legit playmaker on defense. So we needed that. He's perfect for the Dan Quinn system, and I think Dan wanted him. So
Yeah.
Dan wanted a guy. They're gonna do their best to get him back. So they, I heard like when negotiations started, there was like 4 mil. He wanted 8. And you see, he went up to the 8
Yeah.
and got him in there.
Stop
They
playing
didn't play
around.
with him too long. They didn't play around too long. So I'm
Stop
happy
playing.
about that. Yeah,
Hell
and with LVE,
yeah.
you see what the run defense looked like when he was out those 2 or 3 games at the end of the season. We got him back. Well, Hankins had a part to do with that too. He got the D tackle had a part to do with that. But
Yeah.
LV gets cats lined up. You see how Damone Clark looked when LV was beside him,
Oh my God.
like the steal of the draft. Then when LV was out, my man looked lost. You know what I'm saying? So he was underrated. What he brought to the defense as well. So man, I think both of those guys fit right in Dan Quinn defense perfectly. I'm glad we got him back.
You just need a stabilizing force sometimes in certain rooms. Like that linebacker room is definitely is young outside of LVE. So you need that vet, that somebody that can just put you in the right position, put you in the right
Hmm.
spot. And it's probably going to get younger. I'm pretty sure that we're going to use a draft pick. I don't know which part of
Right.
which pick we're going to use, even if it's late. But I know for a fact that those linebackers in the room right now, they need LVE.
Oh yeah, big time.
They need his guidance. They need his leadership. We understand that he has a questionable injury history, but that's our problem. Like I said,
Right.
I don't really think other teams really want to invest in that so much.
Hmm.
Kind of very very, but we understand his injury history. We
Right.
understand how to utilize him, how to use him, how to keep him right.
Exactly. Exactly.
So it's best for you to stay home. I understand it is a home. You get a raise because, like you said, you kind of got disrespected last year based off.
What he had like 2 mil, 3 mil last year?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
for them not picking up your fifth year option. Um,
Hmm.
So like I said, I like the move. And like I said, it doesn't make like you said, it lessens the need in the draft for a linebacker. So now
Exactly. Right.
we can wait to the fourth round and then wait
Hmm.
later on after that. Bringing back Donovan Wilson, like I said, the three-headed monster at the safety position, like I said,
Yeah.
very key and pivotal to this defense. Like I said, he is a tone setter. Like I said, along with Micah, along with DeMarcus Lawrence, you know, he is like that other force that the
Right.
hitman is like say what they call him. Like you said,
Hitman.
the way they can utilize them, the way they can utilize other people in their secondary because of him, because of what he can bring to you is
Hmm.
is very important. Like I say, getting we rarely pay. I don't think we paid the safety since Barry Church. So
Yeah. I think that's been
yeah.
it.
So paying him was definitely a surprise, but it was important. Like so, free agency for us started with bringing back our guys.
Hmm.
You know,
Which we knew what they was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that.
which was the of course we were frustrated based off our history. It's like why did you have to wait till free agency started for you to
Right.
talk to him?
They're our players. It could have been negotiated. Soon we lost to the 49ers. It should have been boop 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 and getting it done.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them some leeway. Being patient actually been a benefit for them this offseason because you can get to see how the market is playing out. You
Right.
can see how some of the players is
Hmm.
getting deals. Be like, okay, he signed this deal. Okay, your deal should be nowhere.
Right.
It shouldn't be more or it shouldn't be so much significantly less. So
Right.
it's giving us a foundation to work with. So
Hmm.
sometimes you need you needed that
Yeah.
based off, I mean, sometimes it works in your favor, sometimes it don't.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
so
Yeah.
it's a gift and a
Sometimes
curse.
you need to get ahead of them contracts because they mess around, blow up, then you out. You done lost 10, some 12 million because you didn't get on it early. Then sometimes you need to wait for this market like we're seeing now. Then
Like,
you'd have
yeah,
paid 5 or 6 extra million that you didn't need to pay. So it's a balance in that. So
it's
I understand. I get it.
like you say, no front office is perfect. Like you say, it's
Yeah.
all we can always criticize, we can always praise, whatever which one how you feel that day. But this offseason, this front office has definitely been on point with the move and the decisions that they've made. Yeah, we can argue about Tony Pollard being on the tag. Yeah, we can argue about that. But if that's what we arguing, or me, let me say
Hmm.
for me, if that's what I'm arguing about, then then I can be fine with that
Right.
argument.
Right.
If that's the only gripe that I have, then cool. Just shut up, Hill.
Right. We're good.
You overreacted.
Right.
Um,
We're nitpicking at that point. If that's the only thing.
we reworked Tyron's deal.
Could build
Um,
that man a statue, bro.
for the team friendly deals that he's been giving this
Hmm.
team is definitely commendable.
Build him
Um,
a statue.
it seems like based off the structure of the contract, they're going to give him the opportunity to still, be the left tackle.
That's what it looked like. It looked like,
Or
yep.
so I'm gonna just say the starting tackle. Because maybe you have to
Hmm.
go to the right. It looks that way. Based off his injury history, it's highly incentivized, so it benefits him to to play the entire season. And we would definitely love to pay whatever top market or top
Right.
pay that he's asked for. That means because he played the entire season. That means we went on
There
the long run.
there you go.
So I'm not upset. I was upset with them because I'm like, what's wrong?
Time to let go. Like, right,
Yeah,
right, right, right.
I'm definitely not gonna change what we said last week. Like when were we gonna let go? But with that deal is basically we let you go. But I
Yeah.
mean, you
Right.
still here. It's on you to earn your money.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I'm not mad at that. We lost Zeke. We did cut Zeke,
It was time.
and I know we last week was like, okay, why is he still on the roster? It's time to go.
Hmm.
But when we did it, I kind of felt sad, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie.
End
Like
of the era, man. Like, it's end of the era, bro. It's like like mention all them that he did many times he done hurdle people and give us those highlight runs, bro. It's like that's
yeah,
gone now. Like it's it.
I think what hurt it was just the fact that like some of the disrespect was starting to like reek, and I was like, bro, like I get it, y'all really upset about this contract, and it's
Hmm. Right.
like
But that's not his fault. Like he didn't pay himself. The
and
team paid him.
and that's why I'm like, and I didn't want to argue about it.
Who here, nigga?
I'm like, I'm just like, I just was feeling bad about my guy. So
Right.
I do hope that he lands on his feet and I want to go to a contending team.
Right,
You know,
right, right.
I want,
Definitely.
I want him to have a good significant role. Be a number two. That's fine. You know,
Hmm.
but I definitely want him to, I'm not hating on him. I'm not wishing any
Yeah,
harm, any
definitely.
bad feeling. When somebody leave the Cowboys, like, oh yeah, I hope he'll do good. But like,
Right,
no,
right.
I'm
That's
actually,
that Eagles mess.
yeah, like they switch up on your guys quick.
That switchable you quick. Oh, he was
Uh,
watched anyway. He was watched anyway.
man, 6 up, and but when they bring him back, oh yeah, we happy he's back. But I do want, before we move on, I do want to bring up this quote, and this is from my guy Emmitt Smith, and I'm not going to say that he's out of touch. I think that he is defending the running backs. Like, I think he understands that the running backs are being devalued tremendously, and
Right,
he has to take, somebody has to, of his ilk. Let me take a stand for the running backs.
right. Like, come
So,
on. All people should know was good. Like, come on, man. You know the deal.
and that's why I didn't say I didn't want to say he was out of touch. I just think he wanted to defend somebody he probably had an affinity with, but
Yeah,
I think he also wanted to defend the running back. Obviously, he's a all-time great running back, so
right.
of course he don't want to let he don't want to let that the devaluation of the running back just
Exactly.
keep simmering. But he said, "Wow, this is amazing to me. No disrespect to Malik Davis, our starting running back is gone, and his backup has a broken leg. The NFL stands for not for long. Everyone else, go get your money because they have no love for you. It don't make sense, and this is one of the things that make you shake your head. Thank you, Zeke, for giving everything you have, including playing injured all last year. This is why the NFL stands for not for long. Everyone else, go get your money because they have no love for you."
Yeah,
Which is true.
he was feeling some type of way. He was in his feelings right there.
Yeah.
Cause when you cut it down, he's seen Zeke, bro. He know Zeke had to take a pay cut or he was gonna go. Like, I mean, if he was in the front office, he would have told Zeke the same thing. So come on, man. I understand you. That's your guy. It's the
Yeah.
Cowboys. It's the running back position. My man won't even get 3 yards of carry, bro. Come on, like he's like the top 5 paid running back in the league.
Yeah.
It's not gonna fly with any team. I mean, I
The,
understand, but come on.
the thing about it is, I think I forgot my point. What was I about to say?
To Emmett running backs.
Yeah,
Zeke.
I know. It's just the fact. I just think that he was just trying to just hold his guy down. I mean, that would just
No,
that's
definitely, definitely.
that is what it is. I understand. Not for long. I just get it. I just he had that understanding that I just got to defend my guy. And
Right.
like I said, I get it. But like I said, I just don't want the disrespect to. And this is the thing. This is why you don't play hurt.
That's a good point, man. Chris on it right there. That's a good point. Like, and then when the whole world knows you're hurt, though, on top of that, like, what are we doing, bro?
It's like
You're hurting yourself.
I mean, you're going out there, you try to be a team player, and I get it. It's commendable.
Right.
It's honorable. Like, yeah, I'm going out for my guy. But
Hmm.
then they use it against you. They like, look, he lost a step. And,
There you
I'm
go.
like I said, when he's clearly injured, clearly hobbled,
Everybody
clearly,
knows he's
like
playing
like
in.
we get it. Like but we get it. But they use it. He's getting paid 16 million. Bro. It's like, okay, man. But I
Right.
can't, like I said, I'm like I said, Zeke, your time was up. We do understand that. You understood that. Oh, I know my point was. They didn't want to offer him a reduction because they didn't want to disrespect him.
Right. 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 The veterans minimum 2-3 million. You know what I'm saying? That looks like okay.
So let you go out there and test the market. Let somebody else, let's say, disrespect you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But we're not gonna be the ones to do it. And once again, that's commendable. Like I
I
said,
feel that. Yeah, I understand that.
a good franchise. Take care of your guys. Like I said, I get it. I get it. I get it. But it's a deep running back class. So
Yeah.
even if he took a
Hmm.
a reduction, I'd rather
It's time to
invest
move.
in
It's time to move on.
it's time to
Yeah.
move on.
We know how they is with Zeke. If Zeke on the team, they gonna feel obligated to get him touches that he don't need to be getting. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? It just is what it is.
let's go get like I said, go get a young one. But his time is up. We made some deals though, baby.
Oh yeah,
We made some
they
deals.
heard the pod after we hit the pod episode 27 last Monday. They must have heard. They must have listened and tuned in because they started making some moves, man. Steven was like, "Okay, I know Hill and D White. They on my back. Let me give them a little something."
And we traded a 5th-round comp pick for Stephon Gilmore. Let's touch on Stephon Gilmore first.
Mm-hmm.
That happened first. He's an instant upgrade over Anthony Brown.
Immediate upgrade.
Let's just get that out the way. So
Right.
when you do that, and there's no disrespect to Anthony Brown.
Right. He held it down. He did his thing for a 6th-round pick.
Yeah, he did. He
Can
did his
be
job.
mad.
But when you have an opportunity to get Stephon Gilmore,
Future Hall of Famer. Mm-hmm.
And like I said, giving up a 5th-round comp pick that you had, like I said, that's the steal.
That's how you do it.
And what I love about the deal, these are the deals that they do in free agency, pretty much. You go get they bargain shop for a former name or former guy, but it doesn't stop you from drafting somebody.
There you go.
So now you have somebody that's with quality, somebody that can actually mentor the entire room. What I say about a stabilizing factor in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, who was the quality vet that Trevon Diggs had to learn from when he got here? Nobody.
Not one.
Al Harris is his coach. Like I said, Al Harris has to coach his way. He has to be, but at the end of the day, it's still player coach.
Right.
A coach can only do but so much because they have a player and coach relationship.
Exactly.
Now, Stephon Gilmore can actually teach him some things and tell us some things. Mm-hmm. Like, yo, when I see this route, when I see this combination, boy, I play him like this, I play him like that, I jam him like this, or I play off.
There you go. When I watch film, I watch this and I look for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when I break down film, I understand. You know how to understand route combinations and tendencies because you're a former wide receiver. But look, this is how you can see this route, or you can see this route combination coming. I can help you. I can help you identify things. Deron Bland,
boom,
can learn from him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And quiet as it kept, Kelvin Joseph can learn.
Kelvin Joseph. Mm-hmm.
But I think the number one benefit is going to be the cornerback that we draft, whichever round that we decide to. And like it doesn't stop us from drafting a cornerback in the first round. Like for I have an affinity for Deontay Banks from Maryland.
Right.
My guy Cam Smith from South Carolina.
Like I think them two are gonna be there too. I think
those are my guys. But now with the addition of Stephon Gilmore, I'm not mad if they go with Keely Ringo from Georgia.
Right. Second round, something like that. Right.
Somebody that got the tools, they got the traits, but he don't really know how to put it all together.
There you go.
I'm cool with you drafting him now. So now he has somebody to actually learn from because he's not being rushed on the field, learning on the fly.
Mm-hmm. So all you gotta do is look at how Jason Peters was for Tyler Smith. That's all you got. That's all you gotta look at.
I mean, how key was that for him?
How key was that?
And that's the move that's what I love about the move. Like I said, it doesn't jeopardize the future. It helps you win now, but it doesn't jeopardize the future with the cap.
Mm-hmm.
So
there you go.
It's doing what your philosophy is, Cowboy.
Right. But you're just tweaking it a little bit.
But instead of bringing in Daryl Worley,
thank you.
You bring in Stephon Gilmore.
There you go. You know
what I'm saying?
Yeah. Instead of Daryl Worley, you got Gilmore. Exactly.
Now we flash. I mean, you had anything to say add on about Stephon Gilmore?
No, man, you hit it right on the money, bro. I mean, that's on my point. Perfect. What we need in the room for a young secondary. They ain't got no cornerback room. The safety, got some vets in the safety room, but the young cornerback room. That Trevon Diggs is the big dog in there. You know what I'm saying? He a 4-year, this is 3rd year, 4th year. Like it's perfect for them. That's what we need.
Like I said, man, and with Al Harris, like I say, Al Harris, he commands respect because of his play.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, Stephon Gilmore, like I said, he ain't no malcontent. He coming in to learn, coming in to work hard too. So he can learn from Al Harris.
Right.
So like I say, man, he know. And another thing, before we move on, Stephon Gilmore knows who he is. He knows what his limitations is. He knows what his strength is. So he know how to play whichever route combination.
Right. So, and he gonna let Quinn know that too. Like, yo,
hey,
I fit better doing this. Yeah. I'm not as strong doing that. You know what I'm saying? Communication, bro.
And I think we can get back to more man to man now too. Like we could not
run.
We could not play a lot of man to man last year based off of our number 2 cornerback situation. We had to play a lot of zone.
Yeah.
And that hurt the pass rush because they was hitting it with the dink and dunks a lot.
Right.
So now that we can get, we can jam you at the line
Mm-hmm.
and mess up your timing.
There we go. We back.
We mess up your timing, Michael gonna get there.
Michael gonna be on. Sam Williams coming.
You know what I'm
He's
saying?
all
So
coming. We gonna get to you.
it is also, like I say, anytime somebody a quarterback got to hold the ball any longer, it's not good for them. Now it's
Right.
not safe for you. Brandon Cooks, my brother, another 5th-round pick
Mm-hmm.
this year and a 6th-round pick next year. Man,
What more can you ask for, bro?
I mean, no.
I mean,
What more can we ask for?
what more can we ask?
The Texans taking on $6 million of this deal.
Right.
What did we say earlier about patience?
Yeah, that's the way, bro.
Patience is a virtue when it comes to this
Mm-hmm.
when it's off season.
That's the way. Gotta be patient.
Last year he was in the market trade deadline. We could have got him
Mm-hmm.
for a 3rd, possibly a 2nd, right? But they wasn't trying to take on none of the money.
That's right.
Now that was the entire issue. It wasn't the 2nd or the 3rd for Brandon Cook.
It's the money.
They won't admit it, but they know they messed up with the Amari Cooper thing.
Yeah.
But they just won't come up. They stubborn. They just won't say they messed up.
Yeah, they ain't gonna say it out loud.
But what we know about when they mess up, they immediately try to right their wrong.
Right.
When we cut Dez, they say, hey, we're gonna go with wide receiver by committee. And that didn't last,
Right.
but how long?
Not very long. Like 6 games.
We had to go spend a 1st to go get Amari. That's how bad it was going.
That lasts about 6 games.
So they win the whole season. They said, you know what? But I mean, they did try to acquire Brandon Cook. Ended up getting T.Y. Hilton, tried to get Odell last year. He wasn't ready. But they understood that they made a mistake with the Amari thing.
Mm-hmm.
So they tried to rectify it. So I'm going to give them credit, even though they won't admit the mistake. But even though we do know that Amari was traded away because he didn't get vaccinated, another percentage of why he got traded was his cap of $20 million. $20 million. That's what gave me hesitation when it came to any of these other wide receivers that we were rumored to get. I'm like, you didn't want to pay Amari $20 million, so why would you want to pay anybody else close to $20 million? Is what I couldn't wrap my head around. I couldn't get with the DeAndre Hopkins trade, even though we would have. He said he would have worked with his contract.
Yeah.
I couldn't get with anybody with Odell rumored asking for $20 million, but he clarified that wasn't the case. But I couldn't get with any of these big time wide receivers when it came to their cap hit. I couldn't get with Brandon Cooks at first.
Right, because he was 19 million. Right.
He was close to 18, 19 million. So it's like, okay, the money is going to play a factor in what the move. So that's why I was personally texting you about we should spend a 1st-round pick on Jerry Jeudy. Like, I was panicking. I was panicking. Like, because I didn't think that the receivers, some of the receivers I believe that would be a seamless fit for us.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think those receivers will make it to us in the 1st round. And I'm scared because of what happened with Jalen Tolbert to take any other receiver in the 2nd or 3rd round.
That's right. Unless it's a premium 1st round that that they're gonna show out.
So me, like I said, you know the text message we was having about Jerry Jeudy in the 1st. I'm over here panicking. I'm like, we may have to do this deal. But they showed their patience.
Right.
They actually won the deal. They actually got, like I said, they got him for less compensation and they got him to take on the money. They got everything that they wanted. Another funny thing, we laughed about when Bobby Belt reported that he wanted an Amari type deal when they traded for somebody.
That's because they already knew.
They already knew the
deal already in. That's why they said that.
They just had to sign it. That's all. You just had to sign it or agree to it.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons it came out. Because you think about it, you're like, bro, why would they even say anything like that? No front office gonna got like we got for Amari Cooper because they already had the deal in place. That's why they said it.
Now, this was funny. This post right here. Projected wins was 10. These are before the trades. If you see if you're looking at the graphic, before the trade was 10. With the trades, it only went up to 10.2. Chance to make the playoffs 76%. It goes up to 79%. Chances to win the conference 13.7. It goes up to 15.1. Chances to win the Super Bowl 6.5, it goes up to 7.3. This is from Sportsline.
Right.
The reason why I laugh at this because, yes, I get it. If it was any other team in the league, it wouldn't get the notoriety that it got.
Right.
But I also understand that these are still competent moves.
Very
Like,
competent. Very competent.
we pick and choose when we pick and choose when we want to listen to Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones, but what they say, because a lot of they stuff, there's a lot of BS, a lot of filler.
Right.
But one thing now that with the moves that they made, one thing that he said, I think at the Senior Bowl, he said we just need to be a tick better.
A tick better on offense. That's exactly what he said. And that's
A
what we
tick
are.
better, a tick better on defense. You get two people that make you a tick better.
Right.
A tick better.
And still got the draft.
This is way before the draft. So right now, we already became just a tick better. That's all you ask for in the offseason.
That's all you can ask for, bro. That's all we ask for.
We understand that we're not about to do these big old moves that other teams make.
Right.
Like we understood that. Like we knew we wasn't in the market for Jalen Ramsey.
Right.
We knew that. All we wanted to do was make competent moves. It's plenty of times that we've seen other offseason, we've seen other teams make a trade, a late round pick. They go, oh, this dude about to get cut. Man, we sent a 7th round pick to this dude, and they, somebody make a move with him. And they do something. It's like, dang, or we see other moves and we say, dang, man, why we ain't call? Why we ain't
we say we didn't even text them. They didn't even call. They didn't even text. That's what we say.
Yeah, we didn't even call them. We didn't make an opportunity. So it's like, these are the moves that we want to see. These are competent moves. It's no way around it. No, we have not one point that we say, oh man, this put us in the Super Bowl. We ready to take over. No,
not us. Anyway, I'm sure somebody out there saying that, but not
us.
Not over here. Not over here.
Not one time. We just said
not one time.
Competent moves.
That's it. Give us a chance.
This gives us a chance. This gives us a chance. This gives us a chance. This is an off season where they can actually put it on this or pause.
Right.
They can say, you know what? This is a make or break year for the Cowboys. This is, the championship window is open. This is, you can say all that stuff that they always actually say, but it can actually be meaningful now. So it's like, it's frustrating from the outside looking in. I get it. Everybody, y'all say y'all gonna win the Super Bowl every year. Like I don't know who says that.
Right. But I'm sure somebody is saying that, but you ain't heard me say it, so don't bring it over here. I don't want to hear about it.
I really just think that's just a running joke that people just don't want to.
That's all it is.
Verify. They're like, yeah, we hate the Cowboys, so yeah, that y'all say it every year. We just gonna keep running with it. So
that's all it is.
So I do have a question for you, and I definitely didn't want to ask you beforehand. Right?
Oh yeah.
And I want everybody else that's watching now or listening on the playback, I want them to answer this as well. What would you say about Dak, about when he had playmakers before, when he had Amari Cooper, when he had CeeDee Lamb, when he had Gallup, when he had, Zeke, Tony Pollard, Dalton Schultz, when we had actual playmakers and we did nothing in the playoffs? Like, what would be the difference from then and now in regards to a Dak Prescott?
I think Mike McCarthy is going to be the difference, in my opinion. McCarthy going to be in his ear, this West Coast offense they putting in. They're going to put him in position to succeed. He's not going to have to overthink it and force this. He's like, nope, this is it right here. That's where we're going. Put down, boom, here we going. Check down. Our running back's going to be more involved. He's not holding the ball, petting the ball. I think he's going to be more decisive with the ball. He's going to get the ball in the playmaker's hands and let it do what it do. He's not going to have to feel like it's all on him. It's all or nothing. I got to make this play, or you know what I'm saying? So I think that's what's going to be the difference. I think the new offensive scheme is going to help him out a whole lot.
I definitely agree with it. I don't have nothing to add on to that part. I think that definitely Mike McCarthy's element, addition to the offense should be able to, alleviate some of the issues that we had. It may not be numbers wise, it may not necessarily be better,
right?
But it may be more cohesive.
There you go.
I do want to add. I know for me, when I play GM and I like the team build, I like variety in my playmakers. So when it comes to, okay, if I got a big running back, if I had for example, if I had a Derrick Henry,
right,
I want a scat back to be his backup.
There you go.
Or if I had like Zeke, I want somebody like Tony Pollard to be his backup or it's 1-2 punch. If I have somebody let's say if I have my number one receiver, let's say if I had a Tyreek Hill, if I had a Tyreek Hill as my number one receiver, I want my other receiver to be a big body possession type receiver.
There you go.
I want my receivers to complement each other.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I believe that Amari, Gallup, and CD had way too much skill set redundance.
Right. There was similar. A lot of similar. CD and Amari game was like CD Amari a little faster, but the game was a lot very similar. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of similarities in
Mm-hmm.
everybody's game, and in all their game. Like they all have key differences. Let's say that,
Right.
like you said, they all have key differences, but the similarities were too close. So it was a lot of skill set redundant. So it was like you really didn't know. Not say you didn't know what to do with them. It's hard to like have a defined role. Like
Right. There you go.
Me personally, I never thought that Michael Gallup should be the deep threat
Deep
role.
ball guy. He's not fat. Like he's possession receiver.
But based off how we had
possession.
Based off how we had Amari and CD, it was like, okay, we have to put you in that role.
Right.
So now bringing in a Brandon Cooks, bringing in the speed element. I don't know when the last time that we had a bona fide speedster at wide receiver. Like we may have had fast guys. Cool. I'm not saying everybody was slow, but I'm just saying a bona fide speedster as of the skill set of Brandon Cooks. I don't know when.
Like Terry Glenn.
You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Bryce Butler.
Right.
It's so when you put a Brandon Cooks in the room, his speed opens up the entire offense.
There you go.
Now you can't sit on these curl routes because of you have to respect Brandon Cooks.
There you go. Now these running backs coming out the backfield. And there's plenty of space. There's space. Now space right there.
You can use like you off bare minimum. You can use them a lot as a decoy just to clear out some stuff.
There you go.
And we all know this playmaking ability of CD. Just the fact that giving him more space. The bracket coverage we're still going to be there because he's a bona fide number one. It's like, okay, now we have Brandon Cooks on the one-on-one.
There you go.
And let's be honest.
It's going to make Gallup a lot better.
It's going to make Gallup a lot better because, let's be honest. I think we've been overhyping Gallup since he had that 1,000-yard season. He had to come close to that since. Like he's been injured pretty much every year.
Right.
So I'm not saying that he's trash. I'm just saying that he's been.
He's not trash at all. Yeah, he
just been a little bit overrated. So bringing him down to to be or number 3 wide receiver should excel his game.
There you go. He gonna kill number 3 corners.
Yeah.
If he's back 100%, he gonna kill number 3 corners.
And I do believe being a year removed from the ACL,
that's all he needed.
He definitely should be able to be able to get back to himself.
That's all he needed was to get back to himself, bro.
We're not all curls and third.
All curls, baby.
We have options now.
Thank you, bro.
We have options now, and I know everybody gives Mike McCarthy a lot of criticism, but I think now this West Coast element that he's bringing in, the wide receiver that he has now, they fit the mold.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
It's about time y'all got rid of the drunk. Who the drunk? It got to be Zeke.
Talking about Zeke.
It got to be Zeke. Pollard is going to do great things.
He a Washington fan, so he's gonna be hating.
Pollard is going to do great things for y'all. I do understand. I think, hopefully he's going to recover well. I believe that he's going to be on pace to be ready by training camp, and that, depending on what we do in the draft, depending on what we do in the draft, we can able to slow roll.
There you go. Yeah.
TP. We don't have to put him. This is funny. Rocky Ishmael was the last one. That's the last.
That's right. That's it. The Rocket, the last one. You're ridiculous, man.
There we go. My worst is better than your worst. Everyone falls into that role. And what he means by that is my worst receiver is better than your worst cornerback.
Right.
So everybody falls into your role. And like I think you said in our personal text, you said Jalen Tolbert as number 4 wide receiver.
Man, that's what he need, bro. Bring him in slow.
He should be able to produce something. And I think we said in a couple episodes last, if Simi Fehoko can go into Noah Brown role, I think he
Right.
fits that role. I think he can be able to
There you
handle
go.
that.
He's
And
made for the West Coast offense though, for real.
and he had the big body and he has the skill set for that as well. So
Yeah.
we should be able to get this wide receiver room has just been elevated just off the strength of putting Brandon Cooks in there.
Yeah. Plus a draft. Plus we're gonna draft somebody early, I believe. So boom in there.
Bruh.
Joey
Our last,
Galloway, man.
our last, our last speedy wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
But that and that's the point that we're making, bro. And I'm glad my guys Chris is here. It's like we haven't had the speed element in the wide
Right.
receiver room in so long. Just the simple fact that we have that somebody that you have to pay attention to when we throw a 9 route
Mm-hmm.
is very key. It opens up the
It
offense.
opens up.
You just can't sit on these routes no more.
There you go. There you go. And they know that, it's funny watching film. The corners, they like, oh, we know what's coming. It's third and what? Here come them curls. They were literally running. They running it
running the
before the
route
receiver
for
running, and they stopping before the receiver stop, and they're sitting on it. I'm like, yo, that's crazy to me.
every time because they knew his tendencies, they knew what our go-to was. It's just, man, it's going to be a breath of fresh air. Hopefully, let's say hopefully,
Knock on wood.
yeah, because man, if we come in here with that stale,
Mike better not come with that BS. I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you, I'll ask for Brian Schottenheimer in the
Right. Dan Quinn, like, okay, keep
playing,
it up. Keep playing.
Yeah, it's gonna be out of here.
I'm gonna have that whistle.
But at the end of the day, all being objective, somebody did say it's going to be a make or break year for Dak Prescott. It's a make or break year for Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy anyway.
Right. What's the difference?
Even if
right.
we didn't make a move, so what yeah, it adds more pressure. You can't get more pressure than what it's already been.
It can't get nowhere. Like it is what it is at this point.
We know we do know that the goal is the NFC Championship game.
Right.
We know that. Of course, we want to go to the Super Bowl. But first, we had to get to the NFC Championship.
We got to get to the championship game first.
And with the moves that we've made, with the moves that, I mean, the 49ers definitely made some moves.
Yeah, that Hargrave jump crazy. I'm like, come on, man, that D line already strong as it is.
It's just the fact that their quarterback situation still may hold them back. I mean,
that's the only thing that might hold them back, bro.
Kyle Shanahan can only do but so much. He can only spoon feed you for so long.
There you go.
Like I said, but the Eagles as well. They losing some players. They kept some players, but they also was prepared for to lose some of the players that they lost. But they should be able to be. We should be. The third team in the NFC.
Yeah, at least start the season right,
and we can compete with the Eagles. We split with the Eagles last year.
Right.
We can compete their divisional foe, like I say, in any given Sunday. So it's not like we can't show up.
Right.
And on top of that, like I said, with the addition of Brandon Cooks, like I said, it gives us a better chance against the 49ers this year.
Right. That's all was missing last year. Had the game. We just needed one more playmaker on offense.
That's it. Well, free agency is still going on. Still some players that we still have some holes on certain parts of the roster. Still got the draft coming up. But who would you want us to still sign if you think we're going to sign anybody before the draft?
There's some good names out there. I'll give you the position because I can name a bunch of people. Like we need a defensive tackle for sure. A run stopping DT. We need an offensive guard. We just need that because McGovern, we lost McGovern. I already know what they're gonna put Tyler Smith at guard and Tyron at tackle, but when Tyron get hurt, because it's gonna happen, and Tyler Smith got to go back out to left tackle, who's gonna be our guard? You know what I'm saying? So we need a guard. We need a run stopping DT. You got Hankins out there. You got Ashawn Robinson out there. You got Puna Ford out there. There's some good cats that's still out there for the D tackle. Carlos Watkins, I'll let it bring him back. Then I know we had an old lineman come in today that we tried. Remember last year we tried to trade for him. I seen the name. I'm like, that looked familiar. We tried to trade for him
for the Jets. Yeah,
his third round pick in 2019 out of USC. Yeah, he got an African name. We'll see how that goes. But I think he's a tackle, but he might be able to play guard because he's 6'3", 315 or 308 or something like that.
He played they said he played him like almost everywhere in the offensive line.
Right.
So
and he started a bunch of games too. So
I can understand bringing him back based off his versatility. Seems like he's a utility guy. But I mean, at the end of the day, he probably could play some, interior for us.
Right.
So since, like I said, since losing McGovern, we definitely gonna need him because Matt Farley cannot be the only interior,
Right.
the one that we're depending on. I got a scenario for you. Which one would you rather focus on in the draft? Would you rather get a guard? And when I say focus, I'm saying for rounds 1 through 3.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather get a guard or would you rather get a D tackle?
I'm saying guard all day because there's some legit quality DTs. There's no quality O line, really in free agency right now.
Mm-hmm.
I said get you a young buck that you can mold on the offensive line. Like Ashawn Robinson, he good 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you can get a later round DT. But the offensive line, man, I think it's really, like I said, it's really nobody in free agency that's going to really, this is going to be better than Tyler Smith right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking we need to take a guard early. If we can wait on the DT a little bit later, we can just go get a nice DT in free agency.
And I'm definitely, like I said, I've been preaching for Ashawn Robinson for the entire time.
Calais Campbell still out there too.
He did do a visit with the Giants, so that
today, I ain't heard nothing about.
That's definitely not online. I'm not liking that.
Right.
I would rather personally, I would rather offer Ashawn Robinson a 2-year deal.
Mm-hmm.
And like you say, he's 28. I think he stabilizes the one tech. And like you say, we can keep rolling out there with his backup with Bohanna.
Mm-hmm.
It's no rush to go get Carlos Watkins. Like I said, we can always go get call Carlos Watkins when we need him.
That's what we did last year.
I think at the rate that it's going, I haven't heard that Hankins have visited anybody else. I believe we also can wait for him after the draft as well. If it's anybody, like I said, I would definitely put an emphasis on the Ashawn Robinson. 2-year deal, nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy. I would definitely go that route because I also believe I think we should definitely go a guard route in the draft.
Early. Yeah.
Because like I said, there's no rush for him to play. He can sit back and develop. Like I said, eventually, Tyron's going to get hurt. He's going to get his to play. So, but I can definitely see them investing in a guard in the draft. I'd rather go that route. Guard. Remember the line from 14 to 16? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And
definitely.
For them to execute the offense that they actually want to run this year, we definitely should do a heavy emphasis on the offensive line. But my thing is we never got to see what the Smith brothers look like on the left side.
We didn't get a chance to see it, right? Exactly. Okay, they was going out the box with that lineup, until he got hurt. So we will find out. Yeah.
We do know what what Zach Martin and Terrence Steele look like on the right side.
Exactly.
We know what that looks like. So
making it happen over there.
I'm more positive about what for the couple games if we're gonna get Tyron Smith.
Right.
I get that. So I'm definitely with you though. Draft the guard. Like
draft the guard.
Even in the first round. I do not, if he's there, draft the guard.
I think Steven Wheeler from TCU is their guy. I think that's gonna be their number one guard on the board. Him and Terrence, whatever his name is.
It all depends on what the offensive line coach like.
Right. That's true too, you know what I'm saying? But he want to work with.
I'm good with Steven Wheeler. I'm good with either or. I'm good with the emphasis on taking the guard because I know he's going to get slow played.
Right.
That's
exactly.
Fine. That's fine with me.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. DT in the draft. O-lineman get someone who at least has done it. Don't risk it with the draft. That's also another way to look at it because we can go get a Dalton Reisner and insert him right now at left guard.
Right.
And I would definitely wouldn't be opposed to that he's been on my free agent wish list as well.
Right.
Hey, go get me Mozzie Smith in the first if that's the case.
Exactly. We talk about Mozzie Smith from Michigan in the first round like that. That would hit too. There's so many ways you can do it. I would prefer somebody like that we could develop and we have for multiple years than a free agent. But I mean, I wouldn't be mad if we got Reisner out and plugged them in. You know what I'm saying?
So this is my thing, right? We at what week is this in free agency? I know free agency goes
Start the
fast. So
second week. Yeah.
don't is it the second week, but it's the second wave, second, third wave,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
How much is he really about to get?
That's what I'm saying. Look, with the money looking like it can't be big bucks. Nobody making big bucks this year. So
Yeah. So I'm cool with a multi-year cheap deal that we got it out. Let's say we get it out after one, but it's
right.
basically it may be a 3-year deal.
Mm-hmm. But you get out after
It
one.
may
Yeah.
look like a 3-year deal, but I'm fine with either or of those scenarios, to be quite
Right.
honest. I
I'm
would
with you.
just I would want them to make a decision though.
Right.
Like, okay, boom, we gonna go get a guard right now. Cool. Okay,
I
we
could
go
be.
get a guard.
I can ride with that. I can ride with that decision. Yeah, for sure.
Then cool. Then okay, cool. Dan Quinn, pick your guy. Find you a guy.
Yeah. Right.
Find you a guy, or flip flop. Like, all right, look, we gonna get Ashawn Robinson.
O-line guy. Find you a guy.
Or we'll bring back Hankins. You said, but look, okay, offensive lineman on O-line coach Solari.
Find you one.
Which one your guy?
Right.
And let's get it. Just pick a philosophy. I don't want to go into the draft with both needing both though.
Right. We can't. I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, that's how you put yourself in trouble right there.
We could.
It's not a real deep O-line after like the first two rounds.
Yeah.
Kind of thin out. You know what I'm saying? Like so.
But the defensive tackle that we're looking for, we could find in the later rounds.
Later rounds.
Round one.
Exactly. We need run stuffers.
So, like I said, we don't. It's not a. It's a want. This right now. This is a want. I would want them to make a decision and go say, "Hey, boom, we about to go get a guard right now." All right, boom, or we about to go get a DT right now. I would want them to make that decision.
Right.
But just knowing them, I don't know. I just don't know yet. I think they've done enough. Like, they've done enough.
I know they ain't finished. No, they ain't finished. Right, Robbie Gold out there. We need a long snapper.
Listen, I didn't want. No, this is a serious conversation. I didn't want to. Do you want to go get Robbie though?
No, I'm go get Robbie, bro, for sure. He done beat us in the playoffs 2 years in a row.
Yeah, go get him.
Let's get him on our team this year. Let's get him on our squad this year, bro.
Because
for sure,
I'm scared to draft or go undrafted free agent route again.
Right,
I'm scared.
Right, bring me gold, man. I'm with that.
We know, like I said, we know he automatic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he got the strongest leg anymore.
Right.
That's a big caveat for Bones Foster, but
hey, as long as he can put him from 40 on in, occasional 50, I'm good, man. Shit.
So, like you say, I'm with you. We lost our long snapper.
Yeah.
We lost one of them because we got the other. So I guess we should bring the other one back, right?
Well, Overton here free agents, we can bring him back, so it'll be all right. Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't about to spend long on no damn balls.
Yeah.
But this is a good feeling. This is a good feeling to have in the off season, and we haven't
still trying to get used to it. Still trying to get used to it.
Like we haven't felt like this since it's been a while, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think we had that good feeling. I'm gonna say it was a 2018 season.
Yeah, because the draft we had we get 18 season. Well, before when we had Poe, McCoy, we got the safety. We got picked up at the safety, and all of them got cut.
That COVID. We got excited. We got excited for that off season because we ain't done nothing.
Nothing.
So, but those wasn't bad moves though.
They just ain't work out, bro. It just ain't work out.
Mike Nolan was so trash, bro. Like, how you
garbage game. Garbage.
That definitely was definitely an unusual free agency or off.
Yeah.
And I think about how what happened. I think
Everson Griffin.
Yeah, that he ain't missing. Yeah.
All of them.
I think what happened. I remember last year when we was having this feeling when we wasn't getting any free agents at all. Like we only signed 3 free agents last year, and we called it a sabotage season, right?
Right.
We were like, "Yo, this is a sabotage season," but we did feel that we were still gonna make the playoffs. It was just gonna be ugly. And what happened was we end up looking better at times than what we anticipated.
You're right, exactly.
So once we started playing better, we started feeling better. Started feeling different. But I'm separating what we're feeling in the off season. In the off season, we was not excited about this team
Not
at
at
all.
all. At all about the team. Nope.
So fast forward to this off season,
Hmm.
we feel entirely different.
Right. Like you got
Let's
hope.
go.
Like you got hope in the all season for once. Like yeah.
Let's go back to when we two off seasons ago, when we had Dan Quinn. We go get J. Ron Curse.
Hmm.
We go get Demonte Key KZ off of injury. We go
Right.
get Malik Hooker off of injury.
The
Like
linebacker from Atlanta, from Florida. What's his name?
um
Who Tampa Bay
uh
now?
I forget his
Yeah,
bum
his first round pick. I
Luke
can't.
Keanu Neal.
Keanu Neal. Like okay, we
We got
doing something.
we got Keanu Neal, and that was the move, and we felt okay about that
Hmm.
offseason. We felt okay about it all
Right.
season, and that season actually went the way we thought it would go.
Right.
But then but the offseason felt good. We was a little frustrated. I remember we was a little frustrated about the safety position, but
The
it
curse
turned
came out of nowhere.
it turned out to be better. But I'm emphasizing how we felt. So that offseason we felt okay. We felt okay.
Right.
Like okay, going to the season, we can
Hmm.
easily win the division. We're gonna have
Yeah,
a
we got
threat.
some pieces. Right.
We're good. Fast forward to next year, last year, we like, bro, we're not doing nothing.
Nothing.
This is terrible. Like this is a sabotage season. You're setting everybody up for failure.
Hmm.
We thought we were gonna fire McCarthy. We were gonna hire Sean Payton because of
Right.
all that, because of what we
Did
was
that get
doing.
hurt first game? Like, oh, it's
And
really over.
I mean,
Like,
it's bad. And then the season
right.
plays out. We start playing better. We start rolling. It started to look better. It's like okay, it's different. The off-season feeling and then during the season are two different feelings.
Yeah.
And I think outsiders have a trouble separating that. I think outsiders they always listen to the noise of the ESPN and all them. They always pick
Hmm.
us to win the
Free
division.
agency grades and who did
They pick us to
this.
go
Right.
to the Super Bowl and all
Hmm.
that. They always pick y'all to go to. They use that as fuel for their hate.
Right.
Then the season start playing, well, and they say, you know what, y'all ain't gonna do nothing in the playoff. They switch it up.
That
Y'all ain't
playoff
gonna do nothing in
playoffs.
the playoff. But those are what my whole point is, and we about to get up out of here, is those are different feelings. The initial offseason feeling that we had
Hmm.
last year was sabotage season.
Right.
Start playing the season. Okay, this is playing out differently than what we
Totally
expected.
different.
This year, what we wanted, competent moves.
That's
what
what we
got.
want.
That's
Yep.
what we got so far. We feel way better about this team right
Hmm.
now, way before the draft, than we've done in years.
Long time, bro.
So I feel good. Cowboy fans should feel good.
It should. If you hating on it, like I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like if you hating on Brandon Cooks and stuff, I'll get more moves. Ain't nothing we can do for it. Ain't nothing we can say right here to change your mind. You just
You're just gonna be miserable.
be miserable. Just be miserable, man.
But this is a good feeling. Like I said, we're not going crazy. Like I said, we're not saying we about to go to the Super Bowl and anything. Like I said, we still understand that the goal first is the NFC Championship game.
Mm-hmm.
We stick
Just
it
take
to
that next step. Take that next step.
We need that. We get us in the NFC Championship game. We got
Anything can happen. Anything can happen then.
We got a chance. But we are. Oh yeah, let me get to this last one. I don't get. Bring back Maha.
I was with man. Maha he literally was money all season, bro. For him to fall apart, kicker is so mental. He might be messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like we seen it.
Which is true.
One game can mess a kicker up for the rest of their career, bro.
Which is true, and that's you normally want to get out of that, like you say. But my thing is, he can't come to camp.
Right? No, definitely. He should definitely get a chance to come to camp. He literally had a Pro Bowl season. He didn't get named to Pro Bowl, but he was one of the best 5 kickers in the league last year.
Like he can't come to camp, and like he can't compete.
He should definitely come to camp.
I would feel better if they would have just you know what, we bring him back and then go to undrafted free agent route again.
Right.
And gamble, let him battle it out.
Yeah. He should definitely come to camp, bro.
But it's like, I mean, he just immediately just no. The missed kicks didn't hurt us.
Right. I mean, in the long run, it definitely could have, but like
could have.
Yeah, but that kick is so mental, man. I mean, it just came out of nowhere. For you to miss 4 kicks in the game, that's tough.
Yeah, we
That's
was
crazy,
rolling.
man.
We was kicking ass.
Right.
But Cowboy Nation, y'all let me know which other moves that y'all want us to make. Y'all know y'all can hit me up in the Facebook group. Text me if you got our numbers. You know, we can holler at it. You know,
Yeah,
tell us how y'all feel. Y'all should be
definitely.
feeling good.
You
Like I
got
say,
to be feeling good off of this, man. Got to be
don't
excited.
don't hit me with no negativity. Like I say, we ain't got nothing to talk about if that's
Don't
the
want
case.
no pots.
Like we should feel good. I ain't saying go crazy. I'm just saying y'all should feel good right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm feeling good. D White's feeling good. Hopefully
Oh
y'all are
yeah,
feeling good. We are the Dallas Duo. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe,
do that, do that.
and we out
Okay, y'all next time, man. Appreciate you.
right before the draft.